Welcome to the Wall Street Quants. In this video, we'll provide an overview of quant trading and touch on some of the topics we'll cover in the rest of the class. Previously, we had used this slide to introduce quant trading. This was in our intro video. We described it as a process that finds predictive patterns in data using the scientific method. Let's make this more concrete by using an example to observe how a quant approach can be advantageous to a quote-unquote discretionary approach. We'll first consider the discretionary approach. As a discretionary trader, let's say you've been monitoring the price of Apple stock. You notice that when the price of Apple drops by a lot, it usually goes back up. In other words, you feel like buying the dip would be a good idea for Apple. Let's say the price of Apple suddenly drops by a lot. The issue is that in many cases, you won't actually follow through with your original intuition, even if it was a good one, and actually buy Apple. So there's a fidelity issue. Why is it, though, that in many cases, discretionary traders don't actually follow through with their original plan? Well, sometimes emotions can get in the way. When the price of a stock is falling by a lot, you might feel scared to jump in. At other times, even if you haven't set the proper limit orders, it might just be that you weren't paying attention. You may also let social media or overhyped news stories of the moment sway your original conviction in buying the dip. Finally, because you never set any strict parameters for how big of a drop is big enough to swoop in on, you may just decide to